Join us as we take a look back at NJMP's Drivers Club Pro Driver Day. On August 17th, our Drivers Club members participated in a track walk around our 1.9-mile Lightning Raceway. This 10-corner circuit is fast and challenging, featuring some of the most interesting and dramatic corners and elevation changes in the park. Pro driver Alex Sedgwick from PT Autosport lent his advice and tips to the members for how to approach certain turns with more accuracy and skill. Alex currently races in the Porsche Carrera Cup North America in the number 98 car for JDX Racing in partnership with PT Autosport. This year, he notably took first in the Porsche Motorsport North America at Watkins Glen International. Alex began the walk at Lightning's Turn 1, which is known for its uphill slope.
And as you already said, it's a lot more uphill than you think, or it seems when you're driving. So that's obviously working with you as you get on the brakes here. What isn't working with you is the couple bumps and things in the braking zone. So you want to make sure that the car's nice and stable, nice and set in a straight line. We're not creeping into the corner as we turn. That platform nice and stable. It's another corner as well on that topic that once you brake, obviously your eyes move up to the apex. It's really easy to kind of start to cheat off the white line a little bit before you want to turn in, and all that's doing is reducing the amount of space you have to roll the car into the apex, and therefore obviously reducing your maximum roll speed or maximum minimum speed you can carry through the corner.
Next, we drove over to Turn 5 at Lightning, another challenging uphill turn.
This is one of those areas where, for me at least, like the conventional sort of racing line needs a bit of an adjustment. So kind of logic says we come off there, we drive in a straight line to our turn-in point here. That's the shortest distance, that's the easiest way to get into the corner. However, what happens by doing that is you get to this point and your car is facing here.
Yep.
So as a result, you have a ton more steering to do. You're asking more from the front tires. You're asking the car just to do a lot more than you need to be doing, basically. So you want to come off of 4 and almost make a bit of an S down this straight to get yourself set with the white line. Obviously, this is your reference point, trying to get as parallel with it as you can before you get on the brake, before you turn in. So, yeah, a point I just actually noticed for the first time by walking this is how much banking there is to help you here as well. So you have kind of the double benefit of you're coming uphill, that's loading up the front of the car more, helping your deceleration, but also this extra bit of banking all the way to the apex here is giving you a little bit more to lean on with the left side of the car. So you know that if you've got up to this point all right, you can give it that little bit more steering, you can roll off the brake, you can let the car roll to the apex with a little bit extra speed, and it's going to take it. You know, obviously as long as you're on line and say up to about here is kind of your grip patch really, up to the curb. Looking for our orange cone, obviously it's hard to sight when you're turning in, but that's your vision point. And then when you get to here, looking up and aiming for your apex. At this point, you know you can open the wheel, you know you can start to feed in the power. Obviously, depending on your car and how much power you have, depends on whether that's a get to full and just ride it out, open your hands as much as you can, or if you need to pedal it a bit down the hill here. But really you just want to minimize scrub, open the wheel as much as you can, use as much track as you can here as well. I think this is one where, you know, momentum is going to win over carrying a slightly shallower line to save distance.
Lastly, Alex took us over to Turn 8, most commonly referred to as the bulb or the bowl at Lightning Raceway.
Interesting turn, this one. So there's kind of 2 main ways you can tackle it, and I'll give you both as it sort of just depends a lot on type of car you're in. What I think works for me the most is kind of bringing it out, keeping it fairly wide on entry, and then sort of dropping into the bowl. So trying to roll as much speed as you can in initially, releasing the throttle or rolling the brake in, getting to about mid-track just after where the cone is, and then letting the car naturally roll down the track to the inside, to the white line. In some cars that might not work, and for that we need to V off the corner a little bit more. So there we go in earlier and we almost make 2 apexes out of it. So you can see where we have a little bit of some marks on the inside of the track here. Kind of the back side of that is where we want to shoot for our first apex. We're rolling a lot more speed in than we would with the first approach to make the car push up to about the middle of the track in the center of the bowl. And then at that point we would get a lot more of our turning, a lot more of our rotation done. A little bit more steering lock in the center so we can open up our hands sooner, let the car drive down to the bottom, and at that point, by the time we reach our second apex, make it back to the inside, we should be pretty much at our exit point, able to ramp in the power, drive out and go. Especially for the higher powered cars, that should work a little bit better as a way to approach the corner.
Thanks again to pro driver Alex Sedgwick for lending his experience and advice to our Drivers Club members. Learn more about how to become an NJMP Drivers Club member so that you can benefit from opportunities like this, where you can speak to a professional racer one-on-one. Visit njmp.com for more information or call 856-327-8000. See you at the track.